Welcome to my channel BBC Rare Coins. Today we're talking about the legendary Lincoln 1-cent coin, its history, rare varieties, and the details collectors look for. Let's jump into the world of pennies, where small coins tell big stories. Top 1. We're diving deep into the world of American coins, focusing on two incredible treasures that have captured the attention of collectors and history lovers alike. The 1968 Lincoln penny and the rare quarter dollar that sold for a stunning $53,700. These coins prove that even the smallest pieces of change can hold unbelievable value and fascinating stories from the U.S. Mint's long history. Let's start with the 1968 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it seems like an ordinary copper coin that's passed through countless hands since the late 1960s. But not all 1968 pennies are the same. This year marked a major period in American coinage, when the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins with the S Mint mark, while Philadelphia struck circulation coins without it. What makes some 1968 Lincoln pennies so valuable is a rare minting error, a missing mint mark on proof coins that were never meant to leave the mint. These mistake coins slipped through, and over the years, they became some of the most sought-after modern rarities. Collectors are obsessed with finding examples in perfect condition, coins that have been carefully preserved with a brilliant red shine and no visible marks. A flawless 1968 S penny, especially with a strong strike and a mirror-like finish, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. And the story doesn't end there. The design itself, Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, represents over a century of American pride and craftsmanship. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of art that tells the story of America's history, economy, and identity. Now let's turn to another extraordinary coin, the rare U.S. quarter dollar valued at $53,700. Imagine reaching into your pocket for a simple 25-cent piece and realizing it's worth more than a brand new car. This incredible coin became famous because of a rare minting error that made it one of a kind. Some quarters from different years have been found struck on the wrong planchets. For example, a quarter struck on a dime or nickel blank, creating an odd-sized coin with missing details and unusual color. Others show double dies, where the image and lettering are struck twice, giving a ghost-like appearance that collectors go crazy for. The $53,700 quarter stands out because it combines rarity, condition, and error perfection, the kind of coin that appears once in a lifetime. Coins like these are proof that mistakes can sometimes create masterpieces. They remind us how precision, machinery, and a touch of human error can result in something truly special. For collectors, owning a coin like this isn't just about its monetary value. It's about holding a small piece of history, a tangible link to the moment it was made, and the story it carries through time. That what's amazing is that these treasures often hide in plain sight. Every day, thousands of people use pennies and quarters without ever realizing the hidden gems that could be sitting in their hands. A single glance at the date, mint mark, or a small imperfection could reveal a fortune. That's what makes coin collecting such an exciting adventure. The mystery, the discovery, and the thrill of finding value where others see none. Next time you get change from the grocery store, or empty your pockets at the end of the day, take a closer look. That 1968 penny could be one of the rare ones. That quarter with an odd design could be worth thousands. Hidden treasures like these are reminders that history lives on in the smallest places, even in the coins we use every day. Top 2. Exploring two of the most fascinating and valuable coins in American history. The 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny and a rare quarter dollar that has stunned collectors with an incredible value of $51,100. These coins are more than just small pieces of metal. They're living artifacts that tell stories of minting errors, history, and the thrill of finding a fortune in your own pocket change. Let's begin with the 1979 Lincoln penny. At first, it looks like any regular coin. The familiar copper color, Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial proudly displayed on the reverse. But hidden among the millions of pennies produced that year are a few extraordinary examples that have become the holy grail for collectors. Some of these 1979 pennies were struck with rare minting variations, including double dies and off-center strikes that make them instantly stand out. Others show unusual surface finishes or planchet errors that occurred during the minting process, creating unique coins unlike any others in existence. What makes these coins truly special is how such tiny imperfections can transform an ordinary penny into a prized collector's piece. A flawless or error-free 1979 Lincoln penny in top-grade condition, with its brilliant red luster and sharp details, can already fetch a nice premium. But when you add a rare minting error or special variation, the value can skyrocket. Some of these rare examples have sold for thousands of dollars, and their worth continues to climb as coin enthusiasts and historians compete to add them to their collections. Every Lincoln penny carries a bit of American spirit. Since the design was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the coin has symbolized honesty, resilience, and the everyday strength of the nation. The 1979 issue stands as part of that proud tradition, but with a mysterious twist, proof that even in the modern era, minting errors can create rare treasures worth a fortune. Now, let's talk about the incredible rare $quarter valued at $51,100. This coin has captured the imagination of collectors around the world. At face value, it's worth just 25 cents, but the story behind it makes it priceless. This particular quarter is famous for its rare minting error, one so uncommon that it instantly turned the coin into a legend. Some reports describe these rare quarters as being struck on the wrong metal planchet, meaning they were created using the wrong type of blank mint for another denomination. Others show dramatic doubling of the design or deep misalignments that give the coin a one-of-a-kind appearance that it's hard to imagine that something as simple as a small mistake in the minting process could turn an everyday coin into one worth over $50,000. But that's what makes the world of numismatics, coin collecting, so exciting. These coins are time capsules, blending art, history, and accident into something remarkable. The $51,100 quarter isn't just valuable for its rarity. It represents the perfect storm of condition, curiosity, and historical intrigue. Think about it. The next time you get change at a store or find some coins lying around your house, you could be holding one of these hidden gems without even realizing it. It's incredible to think that a coin most people overlook could actually be a piece of American history worth tens of thousands of dollars. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story ends with a discovery that changes everything. So check your pockets, your jars, and your old collections. Look closely at the dates, mint marks, and tiny details, because those imperfections and oddities are what make these coins so valuable. The 1979 Lincoln penny and the rare $quarter are reminders that treasure isn't always buried deep underground. Sometimes it's sitting right in your wallet. Top 3. We're diving into the incredible story of two coins that have amazed collectors and treasure hunters alike. The 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny and a rare $quarter that's worth an unbelievable $62,500. These coins might look ordinary at first glance, but behind their simple designs are stories of rarity, minting errors, and hidden value that make them some of the most exciting finds in American coin history. Let's start with the 1980 Lincoln penny. It's one of those coins everyone has seen and used, but few realize that some versions of it are worth thousands of dollars. The year 1980 marked a period of change for the U.S. Mint. The country had already switched from mostly copper coins to a combination of copper and zinc, and during that transition, a few incredible minting errors occurred. Some 1980 pennies were struck with unusual planchets, double dies, or off-center strikes that created extremely rare varieties that a normal 1980 penny is just a common piece of change. But when you come across one with a sharp double strike, missing mint mark, or a unique surface finish, you could be holding a coin worth far more than 1 cent. The most pristine, high-grade versions of the 1980 Lincoln penny, especially those that show strong, clear detail and vibrant red luster, have fetched thousands of dollars at coin shows and auctions. For collectors, the thrill lies in finding one of these hidden treasures among everyday coins, knowing that a simple penny could hold a secret fortune. The design itself carries deep history. Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse remind us of America's strength and legacy. Every detail, from the engraving of Lincoln's face to the tiny "In God We Trust," tells a story of craftsmanship and national pride. The 1980 penny stands as a symbol of that tradition, but with a twist. Within the millions made, a handful became incredibly valuable due to minting quirks no one expected. Now, let's talk about the legendary quarter dollar valued at an astonishing $62,500. This coin has become one of the most talked about rarities in the world of numismatics. Imagine finding a simple quarter in your change and realizing it could pay off your car, your bills, or even buy you a brand new luxury item. That's the power of a rare minting error, and this coin is the perfect example. The rare quarter earned its high value because of an extraordinary minting mistake. Some of these quarters were struck on the wrong type of metal planchet, while others show striking misalignments, double dies, or incomplete details that make them one of a kind. The moment a collector sees one, it's instantly clear that it's not just another quarter. Each error tells the story of how unpredictable and fascinating the minting process can be. The value comes from rarity, condition, and the uniqueness of the mistake. No two coins are exactly the same. The $62,500 quarter isn't just a collector's dream. It's a symbol of how the smallest imperfections can turn into the biggest treasures. Coins like this remind us that even in something as routine as pocket change, history and mystery hide in plain sight. Think about it. How many coins do we pass through our hands every single day without really looking? That's the magic of coin collecting. Every date, every mint mark, every small flaw could reveal something special. The 1980 Lincoln penny and the ultra-rare $62,500 quarter prove that there's still treasure to be found in the most unexpected places. So before you spend your change, take a closer look. Check the date, the details, and the edges. The coin sitting in your wallet or your jar at home might not just be spare change. It could be worth more than you can imagine. These stories remind us that value isn't always obvious. Sometimes, it's hiding in something as simple as a penny or a quarter that tells the story of America's craftsmanship and history. Top 4. Two of the most incredible and valuable coins in American history. The 1982 Lincoln 1-cent penny and the rare quarter dollar that's been valued at an unbelievable $49,200. These are the kinds of coins that turn everyday pocket change into pure treasure. What makes them so special isn't just their age, but the rare minting errors and tiny details that set them apart from millions of others struck in the same year. Let's start with the 1982 Lincoln penny, a coin that carries one of the most interesting stories in U.S. mint history. At first glance, it looks like a regular 1-cent coin, the kind we've all used thousands of times. But in 1982, something major happened. That was the year the U.S. Mint switched from making pennies out of mostly copper to a new composition of copper-plated zinc. During that transition, both types were made, some heavy, copper-based pennies and some lighter, zinc-based ones. And that change created several different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln penny, some of which are extremely rare and valuable today. There are small date and large date versions, copper and zinc types, and combinations that were never meant to exist. The rarest examples are those that were accidentally struck with the wrong metal composition. Imagine holding a 1982 penny that was supposed to be zinc, but was mistakenly struck on a copper planchet. That's the kind of coin collectors dream about. A single 1982 penny like that can be worth thousands of dollars depending on its condition, weight, and appearance. What makes the 1982 penny so fascinating is that it captures a moment of change, literally a turning point in the history of U.S. coinage. The mint's switch from copper to zinc was a response to rising metal prices, and in that process, some rare mistakes slipped through. Those mistakes are now some of the most sought-after coins in modern collecting. If you have a 1982 penny, it's worth checking. It might just be one of the special ones. Now, let's move on to the incredible quarter dollar worth $49,200, a true legend in American numismatics. This coin is proof that even something as ordinary as a quarter can hold an extraordinary secret. The value comes from a rare and unusual minting error that turned a simple 25-cent coin into a collector's masterpiece. Some of these rare quarters are known for being struck on the wrong metal planchet, such as one meant for a nickel or a foreign coin. Others feature striking double dies, off-center images, or missing design elements that make them one of a kind. Each of these errors tells its own story, how a tiny flaw in precision can create a piece of art worth tens of thousands of dollars. When one of these rare error quarters appears at auction, it draws the attention of collectors from all over the world. The unique combination of rarity, condition, and historical importance pushes the price higher every time. Think about that for a second. A small coin, something we barely notice when it jingles in our pockets, could be worth $49,200. That's what makes coin collecting such an exciting adventure. It's a mix of history, luck, and sharp observation. Every coin carries clues, from the mint mark to the year to the smallest imperfections, that can reveal its true value. The 1982 Lincoln penny and the rare $49,200 quarter are perfect examples of how everyday items can hide priceless secrets. They remind us that real treasures aren't always buried underground. Sometimes, they're sitting right in front of us in plain sight. Millions of coins are produced every year, but only a handful end up with these special errors that make them truly one in a million. So before you spend your change or toss your coins into a jar, take a closer look. That ordinary-looking penny or quarter could be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Check the weight, the color, the date, and even the mint mark, because sometimes the smallest detail makes the biggest difference. Top 5. We're talking about two amazing coins that have become legends among collectors: the 1988 Lincoln 1-cent penny and the rare $quarter valued at an incredible $47,000. These two coins prove that treasure can hide in the most ordinary places. Something as simple as a penny or a quarter in your pocket could turn out to be worth thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. Let's start with the 1988 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like any regular coin. The classic design featuring Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. But 1988 was a special year for penny collectors because of a rare and fascinating minting variety that appeared in circulation. Some 1988 pennies were struck using an older design meant for earlier coins, which created what collectors call a transitional variety. These coins feature tiny differences in the design details, especially around the date and the lettering, that separate them from normal issues. This small mistake by the U.S. Mint has turned a few of these pennies into rare collector's pieces worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. A flawless example with its bright red luster, sharp edges, and no scratches can fetch an astonishing price at auction. The 1988 Lincoln penny is a reminder that the mint's precision process sometimes leaves behind remarkable surprises, and those surprises are what collectors live for. What makes the story even more fascinating is that the 1988 penny sits at a crossroads in American coinage history. The mint was still producing coins with traditional designs, but the technology was evolving, leading to subtle differences from year to year. These small changes are what make coins from this period so exciting to study. Each one tells a story about craftsmanship, technology, and the endless human quest for perfection. And sometimes, perfection isn't what makes a coin valuable. It's the mistake that slipped through. Now, let's talk about the rare $quarter that has stunned collectors with a price tag of $47,000. This isn't just any ordinary 25-cent piece. This quarter became famous because of a rare and unusual minting error that transformed it into one of the most sought-after coins in modern history. While most quarters are struck perfectly on planchets meant for their size, a few were mistakenly struck on the wrong metal or slightly misaligned, giving them a distinctive and unique appearance. Collectors prize these error coins because they're one of a kind. Each has its own character, whether it's a missing edge, a doubled image, or a design struck off-center. The $47,000 quarter is the perfect example of how rarity, condition, and error all come together to create value beyond imagination. When one of these coins appears at auction, it becomes a headline event. People are drawn not just by the price, but by the story. How a tiny slip at the mint turned an everyday coin into something priceless. Imagine that for a moment. Holding a quarter that's worth more than most cars, more than jewelry, and even more than some homes. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's not about luck alone. It's about knowledge, attention to detail, and appreciation for history. These coins remind us that every piece of change we handle has a story, and sometimes that story leads to something extraordinary. The 1988 penny and the rare $47,000 quarter both show us that value isn't always obvious. To most people, they're just coins. But to collectors, they're windows into history. tiny works of art, born from precision and human error that connect us to the past. Each coin carries a mystery, and sometimes those mysteries are worth more than gold. So before you spend your spare change or toss your coins into a jar, take a second look. Check the dates, the mint marks, and the tiniest details. You never know what you might find. Maybe the penny sitting on your desk is a rare 1988 transitional variety, or the quarter in your wallet has a hidden error that makes it worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and if you love stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the history behind everyday money, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who love the thrill of discovery. Keep your eyes open. Your next great find could be waiting in your pocket right now.